Be your own goal. Often, we look to others for validation, inspiration, and guidance that we forget to be our own biggest supporters. Sometimes we don't even realize it, but we tend to set our achievements and life standards according to somebody else. Be your own goal. Inspire yourself, big up yourself, support yourself. Let's talk about being your own goal. Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is like my first proper video. My video that was posted before my channel was just a kind of like what to expect from Sharp Faith, to let you guys know like what I will be doing, what I won't be doing. But yeah, so here I am live. So in today's video, we are gonna go straight in. We are gonna be talking about being your own goal. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a definition. So what goal setting is. According to the Cambridge Dictionary, goal setting is the process of deciding what you want to achieve or what you want someone else to achieve over a certain period of time. So obviously when you are setting a goal, you need to establish objectives of how you're going to get to point A to point B, and this can happen. It can be short term or it could be long term. It depends on you as a person. I did some research and I found out that according to The Independent, that the celebrities now are more influential on young people than their parents or teachers or their friends. This was a article that was written in 2011, and obviously 10 years from now, we're in 2021, and we now know, we don't even need a study to show us, but we now know that internet media has more influence on young people or even adults rather than like themselves or day-to-day life or people that they see, their teachers or even their parents. We're going to talk about what it means, like being your own goal. So I know that a lot of people, they set their goals according to what they see on social media. They set their goals according to like the internet, celebrities, influencers. I mean, it's not a bad thing to look up to somebody. It becomes bad when you start to envy that person and you start to compare yourself to that person. It becomes bad when you start to dim your light because you feel like this person is better than you and you're not great. That's when it becomes an issue. And I feel like this is why this subject to me personally is very important, because I feel like I found myself in that boat a lot. I used to always dim myself all the time. And sometimes it was done unintentionally. Like I would condition my worth so that I can feel accepted, because that feel of rejection just used to scare me, and it just used to put me in a place where I would be like, nah, I need to do something so that people can be like, oh yeah, Nella. But not knowing that I was really and truly just killing myself, because I lost myself because I was doing things that made other people happy rather than me. And this is why the subject of being your own goal is so important, and I feel like it's something that I needed to talk about. Your own goal is basically just came to the concept of not comparing yourself, because we find ourselves comparing ourselves all the time. Like sometimes, like I just said, it's done unintentionally. You would just look at someone on social media and then you'll find yourself being like, oh, I haven't got that. This person's got that. I didn't do this. This person did this. I need to do that as well. Do you know what I mean? And then it just becomes something. It becomes a habit, and you start to do it all the time, to the point where you dim your own light in order to just to fit in with what social media is saying is perfect or right. And it's wrong. Being your own goal means that you need to be the best version of you for you, not because everyone else is being like, oh yeah, look, everyone's wearing black and white, so you gotta wear black and white as well. Nah. But doing it because you want to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like setting your goals because you want to do it. I have a few friends, I'm obviously not going to say their names, but they've come to me like when they wanted to create a page for their business, and they've come to me being like, oh Nella, I want to do this, but I don't feel like I should do it because everyone else is doing it. And to me, it just makes me sad when people say that, because, or when my friends came to me and said that, because I'm just thinking, like, you are you. Like, the personalities and traits that you have, someone else doesn't have it, and that's what makes you unique. And this is what I'm saying, this is why it's so important to be your own goal, because what you have, or what inspires you, or what fuels you, might not be the same thing that fuels somebody else, and that's what makes the difference. And so when they came up to me and was like, yeah, I don't think I should do it because, you know, everyone else is doing it, I said, no, you got to be your own goal. You've got to push. You got to be like, yeah, okay, I'll do it, even if you feel like it's not going to get the reception that this person's getting. But you are you. You don't know what's going to happen in the next five years. And that's what puts a lot of people down. I feel like that's where the comparing and the competing comes from, because some people can maybe doing the same thing, but then because they're not getting the same reception as someone else that's doing the same thing as them, it kind of puts them down. But no, do you. If you feel like, or you're passionate about what you're doing, continue doing it and go for it, because there's so many shops in the market, but they're all unique in their own ways. They could sell the same clothes, but they're all unique in their own way, and they are still opening it. I'm sure, like, Primark, when it first started, H&M was already established, H&M was already there. And what about if Primark was like, nah, you know, H&M already sells clothes, so what's the point? But they still went forward, and look at Primark now, you know, even though they do have competitors, but they're still established and they're firm. So this is where my whole being your own goal comes from. You need to really, like, you know, forget what everyone else is doing and do what you want to do for you, without comparing yourself to what this person's doing or what that person's doing. And I feel like a lot of people tend to forget how unique God made every person. Like, God made you so unique. God made you with qualities that I don't have. God made me with qualities that some people don't have. And that's what makes you you, and that's what makes you great. So use your qualities. Like, don't dim yourself down because somebody else is doing something that you're doing and they're getting more reception. No, continue to do what you're doing. Set your goals according to you. Especially if you feel like, yes, this is something that I want to do it. Go for it. Literally go for it. And you need to understand as well that being your own goal, you need to understand that your journey of life is different to somebody else. And comparing just kills people. It really kills you. You'll see that you have a passion of doing something, but then because you find yourself so much comparing to somebody else, that passion just dies. And then you find yourself not in the place where you thought you would be because you were comparing so much. That's why I always say your own goal is important. Being your own goal, it means setting yourself objectives for you that will better you for you, not to better you so you can compete with somebody else, because life is not a competition. Okay, we're all in this life, but we're all doing different things. We all have different motivations. We all have different goals. We all have different inspirations, and hold on to yours. Hold on to what is yours and do it for you. Being your own goal, it means loving yourself, supporting yourself. Be your own goal. Push yourself. Don't get discouraged because you're doing something the same. You're doing the same thing as somebody else. You're you. What about if the techniques that they use to get to where they are doesn't suit you or doesn't like go with you? Social media has so much power over people because people, they tend to forget. They forget themselves. And like I said, they condition their worth according to social media, just so that, because they fear rejection, they fear to be the outcast. But start being yourself, like master being you, and not just being you in a basic way, but learning how to be the best version of you. Like really going into yourself and be like, okay, like I'm good at this, but what can I do to even get more better at this? Problem if you, for example, look up to somebody or they inspire you, but there's a thin line between inspiration and envying. Just don't get too caught up and focus on you, and especially on what makes you happy, and especially on what fuels you. Like, go with that. Media, for example, is not real life. So don't set your goals according to social media, because not people won't be posting their failures. They won't be posting what they did to go do things for you. I know this video might be a bit repetitive, but I just feel like it's just so important to know how important it is to be your own goal unintentionally, and it's so hard to snap out of a habit that you're so used to. Hence why I've come with this video, to just be here to kind of like help you learn how to be your own goal, and for you to wake up to see how much you're so invested in comparing, in competing, in envying, that you're dimming yourself so much. How to be your own goal is starting off by remaining positive. Like, when we're talking about being your own goal, it has so many factors involved. It has self-love, it has not envying, it has not comparing, not competing. There's just so much, not having doubt, self-doubt, self-harm. There's so many factors to it. But in my next videos, in my Let's Talk About videos, I'll be speaking on some of these topics as well as a whole video. But yeah, so remaining positive is one of the most important things, literally positive, because you need to speak. When you speak, your words become actions, they become things. And your words become your thoughts, it becomes your behavior, it becomes your attitude. So when you start speaking positive, you will start to see a kind of a change in your life. Your words are so powerful, so don't misuse it. Don't misuse your words, and don't cloud yourself with so much negativity. The first thing of being your own goal, you must remain positive, no matter the situation, no matter the storm, no matter the cloud. Even if you feel like, you set yourself a goal and you've given yourself a period of like 5 years, and we've got to 5 years and you've not reached your goal yet, remain positive and be like, no, actually, you know what, by the end of this year I will reach my goal. And you will. Look at other people who are doing the same thing as you. Focus on you, because you are you. That's your power. That's what makes you unique. You are you. Like, focus on what makes you happy. What is it that helps you fuel your goal? Look at God for guidance. You gotta look at God for inspiration. You look at him. Like, if you, for example, feel like, cool, I want to be my own girl. I used to look at social media, seeing what everyone else is doing to kind of like fuel my passion, to kind of like see what I want to do, where I want to be. And obviously you've seen this video and you're like, okay, cool, I'm not going to look at social media to establish my goals. But then it's like, where can I get inspiration from? And you're thinking, where can I get inspiration from? Look towards God. Like, God's the creator of the universe, guys. He created this whole world. He created you, he created me. He can give you an ounce of inspiration if you really need it. If you really ask him for it, you ask him for guidance, he will give it to you. He will inspire you to be the best version of yourself. To be your own goal is you have to. I feel like this is another important point. You have to be your biggest cheerleader. Being your biggest cheerleader means bigging yourself up. Like, when you're doing something, whether it's poetry, whether it's, I don't even know, a business, you've opened a business, you've just started up a YouTube channel, big yourself up. If no one else is sharing your stuff, share your stuff. If no one else is speaking about your work, speak about your work. Be proud of your work. Be proud of your craft. Speak. Be your biggest cheerleader. Big yourself up for your hard work. Literally recognize yourself for your hard work. Don't dim yourself down. Recognize yourself for the hard work that you're doing. We prefer to get recognition from the world and from people rather than recognizing our own work, rather than like bigging ourselves up. Like, big yourself up. To be like, nah, I'm doing so well. I'm so proud of myself. I'm so smart. I'm so beautiful. I'm so pretty. Like, I'm handsome. Big yourself up. Because if you don't, and you just rely on people People can let you down in a second, in a minute, no matter who they are to you. Could be your closest friend. You're the type of person who kind of like feeds off of compliments through other people, that kind of needs, you kind of need to put yourself at a point where you disconnect yourself from that, so that you can actually fuel and feed off of your own self and be your biggest cheerleader. Just look at yourself and be like, yeah, I'm pretty. Look at yourself and be like, yeah, I'm doing so well. That's another thing. Being the biggest cheerleader will allow you to also cultivate and also make you stand firm in being your own goal. Another thing is as well, you need to really believe in yourself. Believing in yourself, believing that you can do it, even if it gets hard. Believe that you'll be able to overcome any situation. And obviously believe in God as well, because He's the one that gives us the strength to get through and to know these things. And I feel like this is an important video, and I had to do it first because I feel like social media has brainwashed so many people, and so many people don't uniquely set their goals, but they set their goals according to what they're seeing on social media. And I feel like it's wrong, because sometimes if you look at these people, it's not really what they want to do. They don't really want to do it, but because it seems right, because social media is saying is right, so they condition themselves, they condition their words according to the media. But I just feel like this video can help somebody who's watching me to kind of like step back and be like, no, I need to do something that's right for me. Discouraged when like your friends or family members or people that you've helped or posted or supported don't support you, but support yourself and really help yourself. Because when you're so firm and you're strong in supporting yourself, when other people don't do it, you won't really care and it won't bring you down. Because I know that so many people that, you know, when they've supported somebody and the person hasn't given them, return that same energy in when they do something, it discourages them and makes them feel like, you know, well, what's the point of doing this then? Like, if I'm not getting that support, if I'm not getting that energy. But I'm here to tell you that no, go for it. Continue doing it. There is a point. You have a point of doing it, and just go, guys. I feel like I've touched on the most important parts of this topic video till the end. I'm very much grateful. I'm grateful for every person who has subscribed and actually shared. If you haven't subscribed yet, then please subscribe. It takes like 2 seconds, but it means so much to me, guys. I hope you like this video, and don't forget to share it to somebody who you feel like can benefit from this video. But thank you so much for watching.